My child, pause. Stop right now, not because something is wrong but because something matters. I'm speaking to you in this exact moment. Not to the crowd. Not to the many. Not to those who are rushing past with their hands full and their hearts closed. I'm speaking to you. And I am asking you gently but clearly not to move. Not to scroll. Not to tell yourself you will return later. Stay here. I am stopping you mid-scroll, mid-thought, mid-breath, not to disrupt you but to reach you. Because this moment carries more weight than you realize, and it would be easy to miss if you move too quickly. This is not just another sound passing through your day. This is not background noise. This is not coincidence. This is an interruption made by love. This is not for everyone. This is not for the crowd. This is not for those who are only half listening. This is for you, just you and me here now in this space where nothing else needs to compete for your attention. I know how fast your life moves. I know how easily moments blur together. I know how often you tell yourself, I'll listen later. I'll feel later. I'll think about this when I have time. But I am speaking now because now is alive. Now is breathing. Now is full of meaning. You are not here by accident. You did not stumble into this moment. You did not arrive here by chance. You were not randomly exposed to these words. I am reaching for you intentionally, personally, carefully. There is gentleness in my voice, but there is also urgency, because love does not delay when presence matters. You may have heard words like 1 hour or this moment, and your mind immediately wants to measure, to calculate, to expect something dramatic or loud or overwhelming. Listen to me carefully. This is not about the clock. This is not about minutes passing or time running out. This is about a divine moment, one that is already unfolding around you and within you. You are not waiting for something to begin. Something has already been set in motion while you are listening to my voice. Movement has already started. Not the kind of movement that announces itself. Not the kind that demands attention. But the kind that changes things quietly, deeply, steadily. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not creating hype. I am not offering fantasy disguised as hope. I am telling you the truth in a way your heart can receive. Real miracles rarely arrive with noise. They do not crash into your life with fireworks and spectacle. They begin quietly. They take root beneath the surface before they ever show themselves. They move unseen long before they touch what is visible. That is why so many miss them. They are looking for the dramatic while heaven is working in stillness. They are scanning the horizon while transformation is already happening beneath their feet. You are closer than you think. Closer to clarity. Closer to peace. Closer to the shift you have been asking for, sometimes without even knowing how to name it. I know you have wondered if you missed your moment, if you arrived too late, if time slipped past you while you were just trying to survive. Hear me now and let this settle into you. You are not late. You have not missed what matters. You are standing inside the hour. Inside the moment where change becomes possible. Not because everything around you has changed, but because awareness has awakened within you. Something is already on the way. Not rushing toward you with chaos. Not colliding with your life uninvited. But aligning with you, carefully, deliberately, lovingly. Heaven is already moving toward alignment in your life. Doors you thought were closed forever are being reconsidered. Weights you carried for too long are beginning to loosen. Understanding you did not have before is forming quietly in your heart. This is how real change begins. Not with instant results. Not with loud confirmation. But with subtle realignment, inside you first. I want you to understand something important. Ignoring this moment does not cancel blessing. Love does not work that way. What is meant for you is not fragile in that sense. But ignoring this moment delays recognition. It delays your ability to see what is already forming. It delays your awareness of what you are being invited into. And awareness matters. Because what you recognize you can respond to. What you do not recognize passes you by, silently. Today carries a shift. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Not a distant future you keep postponing hope into. Today. And this day will not feel like other days if you stay present. You may still move through your routines. You may still speak to the same people. You may still walk through the same spaces. But something within you is being adjusted. Your sight is being refined. Your heart is being steadied. Your understanding is being prepared. Get ready, not with fear, not with nervous excitement, but with awareness. Awareness is readiness. Awareness is openness. Awareness is the posture that allows what is already moving to meet you where you are. You do not need to prepare by striving. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to fix yourself. You simply need to stay. Stay here. Stay listening. Stay breathing. Allow truth to reach you without resistance. This will happen sooner than you expect, not because time is speeding up, but because alignment is already happening. When alignment occurs, movement feels sudden even when it has been forming for a long time. That is why it can feel like a surprise. Not because it came out of nowhere, but because you did not see all the quiet preparation behind it. I know part of you is cautious. You have learned to protect yourself from disappointment. You have learned to be careful with hope. I'm not asking you to abandon wisdom. I'm asking you to trust presence. Trust that this moment was prepared. Trust that you are not being teased with empty words. Trust that love does not interrupt without purpose. Look at where you are right now. Notice how your attention has slowed. Notice how your heart is listening, even if your mind still has questions. That is not accidental. That is response. That is awareness. That is you choosing to stay instead of run. And that choice matters more than you know. Today will not pass like the others because today you are awake to something deeper. Today you are listening instead of numbing. Today you are present instead of distracted. That alone changes the direction of your path. Many days look the same on the outside, but shape lives very differently on the inside. This is one of those days. I am with you in this moment. Not watching from a distance. Not testing you. Not measuring your reaction. I am here, steady, close, intentional. I am speaking because love speaks when silence would be easier. I am interrupting because care refuses to let you drift past what matters. If Jesus has become your unshakable foundation, then stay.